Gosh dang it, dude. I just did something real dumb. Well guys, here we are, day number 1. This is the practice vlog, and we're here for the first Bass Pro Tour event of the season. We're on the Kissimmee Chain, so you're going to see how we break it down. Right now we're currently launching on Toho, but our plan is to really fish a lot of these lakes. So we only have a day and a half of practice, and there's Lake Toho, Lake Kissimmee, Tiger, Hatchineha, Cypress. There's 5 different lakes to choose from. So how do you break that down? I mean, it's overwhelming, but see how we break it down this week? Make sure you tune in. So we're actually, so 7:06, so we're not allowed actually to lead to 7:36. So right now, we're actually just sitting here waiting a couple more minutes. We're allowed to start, official practice, we're allowed to start 30 minutes prior to sunrise and 30 minutes after sunset. That's the time we're allowed to be on the water. So I always roll up to the boat ramp about 35 minutes or so before sunrise on the first morning, just to get ahead and thread everything on. Right now I got this fatty bottom hopper I'm trying to get on a screw lock, and it's early, my fingers ain't working. But yeah man, so we're just, you know, we're just gonna kind of see what we got going on. I mean, the whole goal today is to try to find a morning bite. You know, generally when you come to these Florida lakes, there's kind of an active feeding period first thing in the morning, generally an offshore deal. And then as that sun gets high, you know, that's when you start wanting to slide up there shallow and starting to pick a lot of that shallow stuff. There should be some spawning going on, but just like any other tournament, it seems like when we roll up into town, there's a cold front. That's what we got this week. So today I expect them to bite, so I expect it to be a pretty good day. But we shall see. So yeah, we're gonna start off offshore, try to find something out there. I'd really like, that's my goal. My whole goal this week is to find something offshore. So I'm gonna spend my first 2 days, actually my only 2 days of practice doing that. First couple hours, and then after that we're gonna slide up there in that grass and just try to cover as much water as we can. The big thing with Florida is you're either in an area that's got them or you're not. There's not. It's a really fine window. It's not like other places where you can just fish around and get bites. So the big key is, you know, in this day and a half of practice, is to really just try to find a couple areas that we can just settle down, because Florida's all about fishing slow. And when you find a couple places, it's like, you know, you run here, you run there, it's, you know, from my experience, it's not good. You need to find 1 or 2 areas, and you spend the duration of your tournament in them areas, just trolling motor down, just creeping around. So that's what we're gonna do. Hopefully find a morning spot, then after that we can, dang man, they make these holes in these hooks so freaking small. Can't even, God, I tried doubling them up, and hey, that polymer knot, he mess you up sometimes when you get them little eyes. But this is a bait, it's just a fatty bottom hopper. This is a bait I really like, just dragging around on them hard spots. You hear locals talking about shell all the time. Well, this is a really good bait. Just drag around on that shell, and that's what I plan on getting a few bites on. So between that and trapping and who knows, we'll see. Wow. All right, so that's it. Let's go. We're allowed to go. Wasting time. So one of the first spots I stopped at this morning, I mean, it's just a historical, really good spot. It's right at the bottom of Lake Toho. That right there is the lock to lock into the Kissimmee Chain. And this is just a really good spot because, I mean, it basically, you have the bottom end of Toho, all this area leading up to this lock, a lot of it's just really hard bottom. And they're generating a little bit of water right now, and anytime they're generating water, you know, naturally just gets a little bit of flow through here. So this can just be a really good little place. But kind of like what I said before, is there's a lot of fish right now that are wanting to spawn, and with that, You know, a lot of these fish are shallow. However, there's always post-spawners and pre-spawners. You know, they all don't go at the same time. So I'm gonna fish around here for a little bit. My whole goal in 2 days of practice is to find one morning spot that I can roll up to and catch a few. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fish our way through here for a little bit, and then we're gonna just start hopping around some offshore hard spots. A lot of those are, you know, around spawning bays, you know, so I'm really trying to focus on them spawning areas. They could be little ditch mouths, that could be, you know, honestly, they could be like boat lane, just entrances, stuff like that. You know, that's just where a lot of these places set up. Just really trying to find some staging fish, because it's hard to win a tournament on spawning fish. Yeah, I can see it following the top of it. There's a couple of them right here. Probably gonna blow up on that little. See the shadow starting to spawn right there. I was gonna say, if you keep a close eye right there, you're gonna see one. Oh my gosh, got him. I can tell when they're about to happen, man. Shad start spawning around them little clumps of grass. First chesty bass of 2023. Chesty bass. Tell what's going on right now. Oh, he's moving. Can't really tell what's going on right now. I've seen a few of them pop in here. It almost looks like there's a little bit of a shad spawn going on now. That means nothing for our tournament because we're not actually going out till 8 o'clock. But not 100% if that's true or not. Just hearing the grass, just hearing it pop. Look right here if you zoom in real close. Dude, I can't tell what they're doing. I think they're Shad.
Dude, that was a good bite.
I think it was a smaller one first. I don't think it was the same fish. But this here, I don't think it's doing anything good. That's actually a decent one. Not a bad one. I got my topwater box. My truck. Got down one topwater.
You gotta keep it away from the alligators.
Yeah, so like there was one little patch of grass right there that them fish were on. It's weird. It's like, for you guys that know shad spawn, you know what I'm talking about. Like there's literally you know, one little patch of grass. It could be grass, it could be a little hard spot or whatever it is that the shad want to spawn on, or the seawall, whatever. And there's, for whatever reason, there's one little patch of grass right there that the shad were spawning on. And I literally power pulled down. I caught one on it on a long cast. Oh, they're going out there right now. So they're just schooling all out here too. Oh, they're spawning. Which, it's cool and all right now because we're getting a few bites, but in the scheme of things, it only lasts a really short period of time. One problem. Another problem is the cold front will kill it. So that's active target right there. That's our active target right there, See them all? Look, that's all bass. Following this one right here. It's like 4 or 5 bass. Following this one. It's not a big one. They're all. Oh, watch this right here. Watch this right here. Big one. Got him. God dang, they were biting this fucker this morning, boy. God, oh my God, that was a giant. A lot of these ones will catch them small. The one in front of me was a big one. This is not bad. This is kind of fun. A couple birds, man, he choked it. I seen a couple birds. I looked back in my wake, dude, and I seen them. They're like sharking. Oh, one right there. Gosh dang, we're freaking blowing up all over the place in here. Where they're all little ones. That's a pre-spawner right there, though.
What tells you that?
One, it's peeing. You can tell by it just being nice and fat, you know. I mean, it's just real healthy fish. I mean, it's not one that's all beat up. Oh man, a lot of fish right here, dude. But seems like a lot of these ones right here.
Are they looking at it or just?
No, they're following it, but they're following it real low. They're not going to bite it. See them all right there?
Oh yeah. They follow to the boat.
Follow it all the way to the boat. I don't think that was a bass. It's too big. Oh my gosh, maybe it was a bass. There's no way, dude. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dude, a giant. Like 6-pounder. Gosh dang, it's a freaking big one, dude. Gosh. God dang. Oh my gosh. Oh, I got one hook on him. Got one hook right in the nose. Got him. Oh. Unreal. Unreal. Dude, I watched him blow that shad. I'm like, there is no way that's a bass. Yes, sir. It ain't 5-pounder. Alright, we'll let him go. Nice fish, though. A little better. I forgot. Look at this, guys. So that right there, probably I'd say close to a 2-pounder. Look at this hook I just caught him on. So I forgot I actually bent it in. Oh, I'm all screwed up. Look at this thing. Look at it. It don't matter what kind of hook you use. You get it? Look at this thing. It's crazy. Where'd that general go? He went flying over here somewhere. Hey, General, where you at, bub? So we had a decent morning. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. You know, we had a lot of bites on top water, a lot of bites on a jerk bait, but really not tournament quality fish. So we're actually going to pull out, and we're going to go to a different section, another one of these lakes. We're actually going to go to Tiger Lake and just try our luck there. You know, I mean, like I said, you got a day and a half to really get into the best area you feel like you've got a shot of winning this tournament. So I don't think what we were doing was really the right thing. So we're gonna mix it up, and you know, worst case scenario, we have one more day of practice so we can come back here to Toho. But that's the plan. So let's get this thing on the turret.
Dude, just like hopping out of the other grass.
Dude, literally I was stuck in it and I pulled straight on it and it dropped. As soon as it dropped, like a 4-pounder just rolled on it. I made like 60 casts in this little spot. I mean, one thing about Florida that I've realized, you cannot fish slow enough. Doesn't matter how slow you fish. Come to Florida, you gotta slow it down even more. I don't even want to cast back over there, dude. You got it. You got it right now. I'm not sitting the hook on it.
So you got it?
Wow. Dude, so I was throwing a buzz frog for the last 40 minutes. Look at that boil right there, dude. Don't even tell me that these are bass. You tell me these are bass, dude. Don't even tell me that. Oh, I got him. Not a bad one though. Cast it a million times in places like that, but it was just a little void in the grass. Just really trying to target with this swim jig. I'm just trying to cast it to any kind of hole and just dance it over top of that hole. It seems like every 100th one or so, I get a bite, and they're definitely better than average in here. I mean, it seems like everybody I get over 2 pounds, which is actually really good, because that just means any one of these could be a 6 or 7 pounder, because they're actually a little bit larger of size. Like they're not your average bucks. You know, these are decent ones. Actually, you can actually weigh these in. It's just, it's just such a grind. I just did something stupid. I just did something real dumb. Gosh dang, dude. Yeah, that was like 4-pounder. Oh man, it's such a grind in here though. My gosh, I think the bites are gonna be in here to hat. I mean, I don't know. Well, if this says anything, come check this little swim jig out right here. No, we're not showing everything, but I was throwing a buzz frog when I got in here. Now look at this swim jig. Look at it. Can you zoom in real close? Yep. There ain't no skirt left. They biting a little bit. Wow. Man, what a long day. Started off really good. We started off catching a bunch of fish, and I decided I couldn't really get anything going else in Toho, so I was like, man, let me just get ahead. In the back of my mind, I had Tiger in, you know, besides one stretch, which is, this is a really long run. For you guys that don't know, in order to get here, you got to go through pretty much every single lake. Now, granted, you know, if you can get here and land on a really good stretch, then I mean it's worth it. But I mean it was a grind. I mean besides really one little area, you know, swimming a jig, I mean I could hardly get bitten here. So I think tomorrow we're gonna regroup. We're gonna go back to Toho, and you know, I really think this tournament's gonna get one out of Toho. Just, you know, I think it's gonna get one offshore. And you know, that's what we're gonna get ahead and do. We're gonna spend a lot of time in Toho. Probably won't leave it tomorrow. Just between a lipless crankbait and a chatterbait, and just fishing off the bank in that offshore hydrilla. I think that's gonna be a big deal. So we're gonna throw it on the trailer. We put in a long day, boy, long. But I think we had maybe 17 pounds or so, best 5. Shook off a couple of them. But tune in. Hopefully we can do it tomorrow. Two places. Oh. But I say they're 2 places. They're like 300 yards away from each other. Yeah. But me and I were talking about it. Like I was watching the clock, and when it stopped, and like 8:30 it was over. And today was cloudy.
Shad's home. In Kissimmee grass.
On pepper grass.
I know exactly where that shit is at.
No, you don't. Dude, there's so much of it.
There's so much. There you go. On pepper grass. Shad's home. Away from the house. You know what's really, like, it surprised me later today? I've always been around that pepper grass, and it always so big. I hate it. Can't fish around it, but it's always so big. They use it actually. They really do. Today I caught 3, and I was fishing around pepper grass, but there was hydrilla growing in between all of it. And I think what happens is that wind and shit protects it, and you'll have a good clump of damn hydrilla right there behind you. It's sitting in the pepper grass and that hydrilla right beside it. But I caught 3 like on one clump of that shit today.
See, I caught on a couple of clumps.
clump here, clump over there, clump over there.
For sure, it looks like that.
Well, they're topped out though.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That makes no sense because it's green.
There's a load of shit like that. Was they blowing up in the pepper grass? That's cool.
That's sneaky.
That is
Yeah,
Well, I didn't get any big ones.
Why didn't we flip it? Why didn't we pull it and flip it like that was a damn jig in it?
They're not in it, they're on the outside of it.
I mean, literally pan over there and you see 6 of them swimming around, and all of a sudden they go to one clump that's pretty
Oh, they're
small.
peckerheads.
Most of them, yeah.
Because when we came up here last time, there was a bunch of peckerheads and ones that you saw up in the water collar peckerheads. 100%.
I
Mine's
thought-
on these.
No.
These aren't them.
Oh, okay. But I say, the ones that were on bait last time were peckerheads. Dude, I'm not playing. Last time we were here, there was a lot of fish out. There ain't. I didn't spend
They're in a
shit.
third of that shit though.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't spend a lot of time.
You could jerk down a straight, hard bottom edge, and they'd be coming up the bottom.
Off the bottom, eating your shit.
Doom, doom. It was crazy. Like everywhere.